Well, good evening, Longhaultanker, straight razor shaving with Longhaultanker. Today is Tuesday, the 22nd of April, 2025 at 1900. That's 7 p.m. Central Time, and I am in Belleville, Kansas at the Love's Truck Stop. And I rank this one as in the top 5 of the worst Love's Truck Stops that I stop at. It's beautifully in line coming up out of Houston, Interstate 45, get to Dallas, jog through Dallas, get on Interstate I-35, goes north through the remainder of Dallas, Denton, Oklahoma City. As you get up into Kansas, it becomes 35 becomes 135. You proceed north through Salina, and it becomes US 81 on its way through here to York, Nebraska, where you merge with Interstate 80 going west towards Cheyenne, Wyoming. And so it's a necessary stop. I remember when they built this store, it was a necessary store, but the problem is it's in the country. While it's on a sort of main thoroughfare, it's not on an interstate, and consequently, it's a small store, and it only has 2 showers. And they will interrupt you. They will knock on your door. They will. So don't be surprised but I brought my lock, my portable door lock in, so they cannot barge in and open the door. But so that said, it's been an interesting trip. Well, been a horrific, hellacious trip. But let's do the equipment first. For the razor for the face shave today, we're going to use the let's see if I can get a Hofritz. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, there you go. That's not bad. Hofritz, made in Germany. And what does this say on the face? Barber's King, and there's nothing on the back. And as you can see, it is got a fair amount of tarnish and patina. It's got a little logo crest on the scales, and it's a very thinly ground razor, but I sharpened it on the Shapton glass progression up through one of the Arkansas stones, and probably it's got a fair amount of Zulu gray on it as well. The soap is Zingari Man, the Watchman, and it's a stormy air and dark seas smell. I call it a dirty sea or a dirty ocean. It's a nice aquatic scent, but it's got and I like it. It's not sweet, however. It's if you've ever been around places where there's a dirty ocean, it just that's what it smells like, a dirty ocean. And the brush is kind of a homemade brush. Elite Razor, and a fellow by the name of Robert works that shop over there, and he makes these custom handles, and he provides these excellent knots. This is a High Mountain White. It's either a 26 or a 28 millimeter, as I recall. Nice hot water, both in the shower and at the basin. Had a nice hot shower. So what happened to make this a hellacious trip so far is that yesterday was a load date, and my boss said that it was an open load time and I could go in It was a 24-hour operation. I go in anytime I wanted. So I got up early, 3:30 in the morning yesterday, and went to the plant, the loading facility. Got there at 4:30. And after we got through security and finally got down to the loading gate, it was about 5:30, so it took about an hour to do all that stuff. And just then, as I got down there at about 5:30, 6 o'clock, here came a huge thunderstorm through Baytown, Texas. Thunder, lightning, and I'm carrying got loaded with a Class 3 flammable. And so when they are loading a Class 3 flammable at this plant, and I will say that most of the plants do this in the Houston area, and that is when the thunderstorms roll through with lightning, they will shut down operations because they don't want a lightning strike that's going to cause a fire, spark a fire. And so they suspended operations. And they didn't pull me under the rack until 11:30 in the morning. So from 4:30, 5:30, to 11:30, they took away 6 hours plus of my time. And then when they brought me under the rack to start loading, they weren't loading me. And I asked, why are you not loading me? And they said, well, one of the managers said to hold off on loading you. And I said, well, why'd they say that? And the best answer I ever got was, we don't question the manager. He says not to load you, we don't load you. If he says load you, we load you. Okay, but that's not good enough for my boss. You can have your boss call our boss. So I still don't know what the problem was, but they finally released me at about 3:30 yesterday afternoon. I had 3 hours left on my drive clock. They had held me for over 10 hours. And I got no further north in those 3 hours. Because it was already, by the time I went to a nearby truck stop, I changed my clothes, because you have to wear your overalls and heavy boots and et cetera, et cetera. And so I got over there, changed my clothes, got my ice and water, got me a snack to eat, because I hadn't had any water from 4:30 in the morning to 3:30 in the afternoon. No water, nothing to eat. Nobody ever stops to think, hey, are you all right? Hey, you look kind of exhausted there. Well, I was. But you can't go back to your truck. You can't bring anything to eat or drink to the open air shelter. And let me tell you, those open air shelters that they stick you in while they're loading the truck, especially in the summer, are blazing hot. And but this is the first time ever in my driving career that I have been stuck for 10 hours. Anyway, and so and then my boss says to me, well, can you make the 1,500 mile run and still make delivery on time Thursday at 8 o'clock? I said, I don't know. But I have figured out a solution after I drove 700 miles today, 695 to be exact. I got 2.5 days of whiskers on my face, about 60 hours But the way this is going to work, I'm going to Salt Lake City, by the way. The way this is going to work is tomorrow I'll drive 740 miles to Green River, Wyoming, to the Love's truck stop there. And then that leaves me 2.5 to 3 hours for delivery, 8 o'clock. On Thursday morning, I'll get up early and drive that distance. But I just didn't like the way my boss put it to me, though. He gave me 3 days. The shipper took away 10 hours of my 3 days, which is essentially a full day of driving for me. That's why I went over there early at 4:30 to get loaded, get out of there, have that extra time to drive the 1,500 miles to Salt Lake City. But it was a good day of driving. The only slowdown was through Dallas this morning. I am trying to hurry to get out of here because I know there are other drivers waiting, which is usually not a concern of mine, but like I said, this is a moment. With only 2 shower rooms here. And what happened to me once before, I don't want really to happen again. So it wasn't just a driver, or it wasn't just the local employees, but it was the some of the one-time driver knocking on the door. And he wasn't courteous at all, he was vulgar. That's nice. So I got in here this evening about 5 o'clock, and when I clicked on the button to reserve the shower room, I was number 4 in line. And then you saw when I started the video that it was 7 o'clock, so 2 hours elapsed. And sometimes that's the way it goes, and when I get out of here and get done, it'll be probably close to 8:30, 9 o'clock. It's going to make for a short night because I plan to get up. Of course, I get an hour back tomorrow going into the Mountain Time Zone. So this little Hofritz is a 6/8, narrow grind, very thin. Lovely razor. It may not be the most pretty to look at, but I'll get this video posted up sometime tonight, I'm sure, before I go to bed, go to sleep. getting ahead of myself. I don't know if you saw the move there, but basically what I did is I took about half of the lather off of my brush. I don't need that much lather on my head. And so I just took, and it makes it easier to handle and maneuver. Using the same razor for my head shave. I haven't decided whether I'm going to go to the Subway little restaurant here and get a sandwich or eat my wife's good food. I know what she would say. See, I can get a sandwich based on the Love's points that I have, and that gives me some options on what I can eat, but she doesn't like it when I come back. My wife, that is, doesn't like it when I come home with dishes of her food that are uneaten. and I can't say as I blame her, she's trying to, as she says, she's trying to keep me alive. So they only have 2 showers here, and they've already buzzed through twice. Two people have gone through the other shower while I've been in here. I can hear them announce the next customer for the. I'm in shower 2. They're calling out for shower 1. And I can hear that, and it doesn't fall on deaf ears, I understand. But I'm almost done. Okay, very nice. I like a good shave on the road. It makes me feel like I have a little piece of home. And not just home, but a little piece of life. And it's something that I miss from the former company that I worked with, is that they weren't nearly as aggressive as this company is. Even if the new boss is the same as the old boss. All right, we really are getting down to the end here, and I don't want to cut myself. So I'm going to be very careful these last few strokes. Don't want to go walking through the store with blood running down the back of my neck. So I think we'll call it right there. Barber's King, Hofritz, 5/8 approximately. Beautiful little razor. And I don't remember what I paid for it, but I guarantee you it was under $50. All right, we'll set that aside. We're done with I had a couple other backups here from my vintage collection. or one of my vintage roll-ups. Not the mint condition, to be sure. All right. Osma alum block. Oh yeah, that just feels great, like it's nothing. Little something right there. You may have noticed that my sideburns are coming back a little bit. I'm letting them grow a little bit longer from where I cut them off, and that goes back to a couple of years ago when I was letting them grow real long down to here. Okay, all right. That's it. I'm done. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you down the road.